Hello, hello, my lovely Aries. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Aries, we have Thanatos, the offering, the riddle, the thread, the forest, and agape. I don't know why, but I just feel like this confession of confusion of, you know, like this, I'm holding on to, all of these different ideas and all of these different possibilities to the point where it's like I have so many different, avenues that my mind's gone down that I've made a mess of everything and I don't even know where to start. Like that's what that feels like. It feels like this confession of overanalyzation, honestly. But an awareness through this overanalyzation of whatever it is that you're analyzing, of your own self, because you start to see yourself in this, right? It's just kind of like the avenue that your brain takes you down, whether it's a viable avenue or not, is an avenue that reveals to you what it is that you truly want, what it is that you truly. And so I feel like whatever this thing is that you're holding on to that's just left you feeling really confused, ultimately has left you with a better understanding of yourself that allows you to move forward with more clarity to whatever person, place, thing, job, objective that you have. Because I feel like through all of the confusion, you gain clarity of yourself. And with this clarity, a sense of direction, a sense of intentions. Like I feel like you're blurting out all of these things to express your intention, but it's like you had to like share how it is exactly like that you got to this intention, because I feel like somebody's looking at you like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? that's what it that's what it feels like. But I feel like in order to explain how it is that you got to where you are, you have to go back and you have to piece together all of these different things to like make sense of the confusion that made sense of, like your own personal desires that made sense of the direction that you want to go. But it's like, how do you explain clarity through confusion without explaining the confusion, right? um so I feel like you're just word vomiting it everywhere. Okay. Aries, let's see what else we can get for y'all. Ace of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Five of Cups, the Moon, and the Three of Wands. Well, again, this idea of confusion, this idea of really having to, like follow this mental gymnasium that you've been, kind of existing in. Um, but like through all of these, trials and tribulations of confusion, of questioning people, of questioning circumstances, you again were gaining a better awareness of yourself. Um, that I think is sending you in a direction, that is offering you a new beginning. The Three of Wands is oftentimes a trip card. Aries, y'all could be going on a trip. Um, maybe it's that you got a new job and you were like, do I even really want this job? And, well, I only wanted it because I heard about it from so and so, and then they told me that it was really cool. And then I kind of looked into it, and then I was like, oh, wow, this is great. But then I was like, do I even have the qualifications? And then I was just kind of, you know what I mean? But I feel like this, like, word vomit of this is how I came to this conclusion. Um, and I don't know how the trip plays into that for y'all. If it's not a job, maybe, like you're going away for the weekend with a friend, or, and just like, or family or whatever, and just talking through all of the confusion. so that you can really sort out which direction it is that you actually want to go. Um, because I don't get the feel, I feel like it's something that you've been wanting to do for a while, but you haven't felt prepared to do it. You haven't felt um, like a strong enough sense of clarity to actually move forward, because you've just had a lot of like chatter in your ear is what I want to say. And it's like the more chatter you consume, the more confused you get. Um, and it's just like you gotta block out the noise, and you gotta figure out what you want and why you want it, so that you can go for it intentionally, I guess is what I want to say. Okay. Eight of Pentacles and Six of Swords. And I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. It's like I worked hard to come to this conclusion. I worked hard to, develop my own character, to develop my, sense of understanding my own personal goals. Like I've worked hard to get to this place. Like I've worked hard to save money to go back to school. Like I'm not going to let my fears stop me from doing this. I've worked hard to, qualify for, that kind of position, and I'm not going to allow my fears to stop me from doing it. Um, but sometimes you have to like name it and tame it, right? And I feel like that's kind of what you're like this process is just this idea of like understanding why you feel the way you feel, how you came to the conclusion of those feelings, and how it is that you can use that conclusion to overcome your fear, to go for what it is that you want to go for. um, you just gotta word vomit about it first. No judgment, I get it. Sometimes you just gotta talk things through, you know what I mean? That's what it is. Ace of Cups, and Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, because whatever it is, it's something new for you. Um, and I think that's why you've been a little bit confused, a little bit hesitant, because it's like, oh, shit. I just dropped every single card on the floor. But honestly, that's kind of the energy, that word vomit energy of just like, I gotta like everything all at once. Like, I just gotta get all of this out before I explode. Um, is like the vibe here. Sorry, let me get these cards off the floor. Because I kind of get the feeling that, and this has been in your reads previously, of just this idea of like people holding things over your head. And I feel like whatever new direction it is that you're going in, it's like this like word vomity energy almost feels like this, like, I'm not going to come in holding any secrets. I'm not going to come in, hiding anything, because if I step forward, and act like I don't know, or play the fool, and somebody comes and they try and get me, then they won't be able to get me, because I will have already covered my bases. I feel like whatever it is that you're doing, you're just really nervous about it. Because I don't know what, like if it's a new job and you're like, what if they find out that I worked for this company and that, like we were their competitors, or blah, blah, blah. Or, if it's a friend and it's like, or a relationship and it's like somebody who maybe like you guys weren't friends before and you talk shit on them, and it's like, I don't want them to find out that I talk shit on them, and that was before I really knew them, and that was, you know what I mean? But you're like, in order to, like preemptively salvage any damage that you did before, when you were hella confused about all of the things, you're just going to explain how it is that you were confused and why it is that you did the things that you did, and you're really sorry that you did it, but now you don't want to do that anymore and you're ready to move forward. You know what I mean? It's just like this blah. Aries, I love y'all. Okay, let's do one last card for you and we'll call it a read. The fault line. Okay, well, we're not ending on that, but it plays into exactly what I was just saying, of this, like, you don't want this, like, any previous confusions that, kind of riddled you in the past. I feel like there's just this idea of like, you've seen your way out of it. Now that, like, this is a great company, or this is an amazing person, or you know what I mean? And it's like, you had to come through all of these various confusions to come to this conclusion. But now that you've come to this conclusion, you don't want any past mistakes to prevent you from standing on a solid foundation. And so I feel like any of the like the cracks or the crevices or any of the like what if somebody says this or what if they find out this or what if they what if you're just like I'm just going to go ahead and come clean now so that like moving forward if anybody does try and come at me with anything like it there would already be that open communication, right? Like I've already established trust with this person because I didn't come in lying. I didn't come in trying to cover my tracks. I didn't come in trying to be shady. Like I just came in and was like, this is everything that I need to say. um, and I kind of get the feeling, I mean, the mentor, again, if it's somebody that you were, talking shit on, or a job that you were talking shit on, or a project that you were talking shit on, I feel like whoever it is that you're dealing with is somebody who's mature, somebody who's understanding of a faulty foundation, what it means to stand on a faulty foundation, what it means to not want to continue to stand on a faulty foundation. And I think I want to say, you know, given the Ace of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like whatever this confession is, it's received well, because otherwise, like why this shift in energy, why this shift of confusion into celebration, right? But I feel like you're like, I'm just gonna tell it like it is. Just gonna, come forward and be honest about what's what, like I may be a little bit ashamed of myself. I may not be proud of all of my actions and all of my decisions, but what I can be proud of is the fact that I acknowledge them, I recognize them, and I move forward from them, in a state of self-awareness. Establishing trust, establishing open communication, because what you don't want to happen is for your past to come back up and bite you in the ass. So you're just preventing that from happening by being honest at the get-go, which I think is fantastic, Aries, and I'm so proud of you guys, and get it. I hope this resonates with y'all. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please, please, please give me a like, share, and subscribe if it does, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.